A week is a long time in Anglo-Russian relations. This week, a landmark exhibition of paintings from Russia goes ahead despite Moscow's earlier refusal to send the artworks to London. Russia was worried that people could claim the paintings had been looted from their relatives during the 1917 revolution. But a change in British law was brought forward providing immunity from seizure. The exhibition will include works by Cézanne, Renoir and Picasso. Our arts correspondent Nicholas Glass has had a preview.
At long last the pictures are here, Matisse et al. They arrived last week and the hang was duly completed over the weekend. The show is called From Russia, French and Russian masterpieces from the four main Russian museums, including the Hermitage, the Pushkin and the Tretyakov. It was almost a show that didn't happen. In mid-December, the Russians got cold feet, fearful that there might be claims against some of the paintings. Only a swift change in the law here to prevent such claims made it possible, and the Russians were duly reassured. Everything has turned out fine in the end, but things had looked pretty bleak on December the 19th.
Yeah, and it was a fairly black day in the Royal Academy because we'd been acting as though it was going to take place, and we were in constant touch with our Russian friends. And then James Fennell of the DCMS said that he would go the extra mile, for which we were unbelievably grateful. It was a little bit late, but better late than never.
The fact of the matter is that some of these paintings were appropriated from their original Russian owners during and after the Bolshevik Revolution in 1917. Two obsessive collectors, both of them wealthy textile merchants, lost some 600 works. Ivan Morozov, shuttling to and from Paris, favoured Bonnard, Gauguin and Cézanne. He filled his Moscow house with French impressionists. Sergei Shchukin was perhaps the bolder of the two. He would buy Cubist Picasso. Every wall in every room in his mansion seems to have been covered. Sergei Shchukin collected and collected. He had 37 Matisses, 16 Gauguins, and 16 by André Derain, 8 Cézannes, 4 Van Goghs, and 50 Picassos. The direct descendants of these great Russian art collectors are still tenaciously seeking compensation. We met two of them this afternoon at the Athenaeum Hotel on Piccadilly. They've come over especially from their homes in Paris to put their case to the media.
I am Pierre Konowaloff, grandson of Ivan Abramovich Morozov.
My name is André-Marc Delocque-Fourcaud, and I am the grandson of Sergei Ivanovich Shchukin.
If that law hadn't been changed,
Yes.
would you have taken legal action in London?
Yes, of course.
You would have?
Yes, it's quite normal. This is all my paintings, not the Russian paintings.
The two men don't want the paintings back, but they do want compensation.
You know, we have been robbed by Lenin. Then there was Stalin, then there was Khrushchev, Brezhnev, Chernenko, Andropov, Chernenko, Gorbachev, Yeltsin. Now it's Mr. Vladimir Putin.
The men estimate that the paintings taken from their families are now worth hundreds of millions of pounds. Do you have any sympathy for the descendants of the original owners?
No, not really. I mean, not really any more than I want to claim my properties that were stolen by the Nazis. I mean, I find that whole, history is history, and in the end, you don't necessarily own the things of your grandfather. I mean, why do you have to own your grandfather's property necessarily?
As we know, the Russians have been closing down British Council offices in St. Petersburg and elsewhere, suspicious that they're being used for more than cultural purposes. But they're happy to lend these paintings, having been given government assurances they'll get them back. There's both prestige and money in sending them here. The Russian museums are getting a loan fee.
Nicholas Glass.